Good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and I wanted to do this really quick collective energy reading. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Four of Swords. So it's very important here that with the Queen of Swords, it really feels like that there's a battle going on. It's a battle between I believe physical and the mental. The queens and kings are very life lesson learned, right? We've been there, we've done that, we have the knowledge, we understand, we recognize, we see, we hear, and we go through the struggles, and we have a tendency um, to look at the situations from a logical perspective. That Four of Swords energy, however, is reevaluating this, whatever this is. So, this Queen of Swords, she's sitting on her throne of crystals, which means she's extremely connected to earth energy. The structure at her feet, or the foundation, is very solid. She has tons of scrolls next to her, and a quill in one hand and a sword in the other. Her robe is of ermine and gold, it's fur. So she's opulent, she is intuitive, she speaks her truth, she knows what she wants, she is ready to defend whatever she has to, or whomever she has to for that matter. She is ready to move forward, she's ready to go for what she wants. But while we're in that energy of really fighting for what we want, we also have to remember to nurture ourselves, right? Because if it's a constant battle, 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 then where is the time for nurture? Where is the time for holding a little bit of grace or a little bit of self love? When does that time come in? So, with the Page of Cups, we have to remember that sometimes when life seems to be a constant battle, we have to remember to take care of our emotional self. And sometimes it's very difficult for people to kind of let go and allow themselves to be in this position of learning what love is, or learning what self love is, because most people, I feel, are constantly on the defense. They're constantly in the battle mode, battle position, ready to fight for what they want, and ready to either cut cords or cut people out of existence or protect themselves, etc., etc. So with that Page of Cups, sometimes when we get back into the healing process after all the chaos we've been through, it gets pretty messy because we still, in the back of our mind, feel the need to defend or feel the need to protect. So with the Four of Swords, this is the energy of just stepping back and allowing yourself to tap into your intuition, but reevaluating your position. Does life have to be so difficult? It already is. Why make it any more? Why not let down the defense for a little while? Why not put yourself in a position of not needing to struggle so much with what it is that you're trying to create? Why not put yourself in this position of evaluating how you feel about yourself and how you allow others, how you love yourself and how you allow others to love you? Does that make sense? So, with the Four of Swords, there's this reevaluation of why we think, why we feel the way we feel about where we are in our life. This is, I feel that it comes from a very difficult and hardened life. When you have to struggle, when there's a constant struggle for what you want, or when there is this constant um, battle or fight, when you're constantly fighting to be in a prominent position, when you're constantly fighting to be in a dominant position, when you're constantly fighting for what you want, it makes some people very hard, and we forget, underneath that rough exterior or that hard exterior, we forget to love ourselves, and we forget that there are people out there that love us, because we're so much in the defense position, we are not allowing ourselves to be open to our true nature. And the Four of Swords is about reevaluating this position and asking ones, and it takes a while. We can see it takes a while. I mean, the cobwebs have already started to grow on everything, and the candle has burned down quite a bit. So sometimes it really takes a while to really find that our true nature and what that true nature is, that nature and nurture instead of hardness, boundaries, and struggle. So I hope that helps. Know that you are divinely guided in love.